Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Dame and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video we're going to be discussing the elusive main Easter egg quest for Classified. We're going to be discussing some of the reasons why we think there is a main Easter egg in Classified that has yet to be solved, and we're also going to be discussing everything so far that has been found that could either lead to an Easter egg or has nothing to do with the main Easter egg quest itself. So if you enjoyed the video at any point, be sure to leave a thumbs up. It is always appreciated. Subscribe to the channel for more daily Call of Duty live streams, news and tutorials, and let's get straight into the video. Okay, so Classified. Is there a main Easter egg in Classified? Well, let's talk about everything so far which leads to the reason why we think there is going to be an Easter egg in Classified. The main one being is if you take yourself into the menu for Call of Duty Zombies, you will notice we now have a counter to tell us of how many quests, main Easter egg quests we have completed, and it's time for each individual map. As you can see on screen right now, this one is for Voyage Of Despair. I've completed it one time so far, and I've done it in X amount of time. Now if we take ourselves to Classified, we can see that it says 0. Now bear in mind there has been somewhat of an Easter egg already found, Project Scaddy. This will give you the Winter's Howl, and this is what we all believed was the main Easter egg quest for Classified. But after completing said Easter egg, the quest counter, the main quest counter, still says 0. So this could mean two things. It could mean yes, there is an Easter egg still to be found, and Project Scaddy, the free Winter's Howl wonder weapon, is in fact not part of the main Easter egg, or it was just a slight bit of laziness on Treyarch's part of something they forgot to take out, or it could even be somewhat of a troll, leaving it in there knowing damn well the community will see this, react, and do nothing but hunt for a said elusive quest. Now the next bit of information we have to a possibility of a main quest in Classified is a short clip of Jason Blundell explaining the actual purpose behind Classified, and in this clip he kind of explains that this is going to set the scenes for the E4 story and sort of confirm where are we going from here. Quote, where are we going from here? Now this does not actually confirm a said Easter egg, and there are so many quotes and storyline quotes within this map that itself could be exactly what Jason Blundell is indicating here, but the community strongly think that this quote was indirect proof that there is a main Easter egg in Classified. Now I'm not too sure if it does myself, but like I said, the community strongly feels it does, so I'm going to play said clip and we can just add that to the list of things and proof we have for Classified so far. Here is the said clip.
For Classified was to explain the 5. That's one of the things it does, and it explains other parts of the story, but it's an essential part to allow us where are we going from here.
Right. Alright.
That's a deliberate.
There you go, chat.
But it doesn't. But it basically sets up something where the future of the Ether story. So that's why Classified is very important, not only for the people who've been following us for 10 years, but if you have a passion, you're interested in the Ether story and where it's going to go, Classified is an essential component to understand that.
And the third and final reason as to why we think there is going to be an Easter egg in Classified is the ending cutscene vocals. Yes, they were leaked. They were apparently leaked. Now I can't obviously show them in a video or even play them in a video, but I can tell you, and I may possibly link it down below, that there was an ending cutscene, just the vocals, leaked for Classified. Now within these vocals, it's a discussion between the main antagonists of the actual story, but without actually having any video. And can I also note that these were in a completely random order from the video files or from the game files, and had to be pieced together individually. It's very hard to know if these are indeed actually a part of the Classified Easter egg, if they're old leftover files from previous games or trailers, or it could indeed be fact an ending cutscene that was already cut. So those are the three main things so far we have which lead people to believe that there is a brand new or an unsolved main Easter egg quest in Classified. We have the map quest counter, which is still on 0 after completing the said Scaddy project to get the Winter Howl. We have the small quote from Jason Blundell, which is not a lot to add to the discussion or proof, and we also have said ending cutscene vocals, but again it's very hard to prove exactly what they are for and if they are an ending cutscene itself, and even if it was cut from the game. We're now going to go into a bit of detail of exactly what's been found in the map, what could be classed as part of the main Easter egg, and what we can definitely tick off the list as to something that's probably nothing to do with the main Easter egg quest itself. So let's start off with Project Scatty. Project Scatty is, as some of you may know, where you can get yourself a Winter's Howl Wonder Weapon. It's a very short mini Easter egg in the game. It will take you about 15 minutes to complete, and by doing so it will give you the Winter's Howl. Now what's very interesting about said Easter egg, if you don't know already, we now have different difficulty levels in Zombies. We've got casual, hardened, realistic and normal mode as well. If you take yourself into a casual game mode of Zombies, all main Easter egg steps and quests are not able to be completed, and you're not even able to activate any parts or find any parts on the floor. But what's very interesting with the Project Scatty is that if you go into a casual game of Zombies, you are actually still able to build the Project Scatty, which is very strange. I must note, you do get an achievement for the Project Scatty in Classified, like you do get an achievement for completing every other main Easter egg quest in Zombies, be it Blood of the Dead, Voyage of Despair, or 9. You get an achievement for completing each Easter egg, and you also get an achievement for completing the Winter's Howl. But said Easter egg is completable in Casual, which stacks towards the proof that the Project Scatty is not part of the main Easter egg quest, if there is one indeed. Now we're going to go through everything that's been found so far, but I'm going to start on the tape reels. Within Classified, there are around 5 or 6 locations where you can pick up small old film tape reels. They're tape reels. There's a location on screen now. I'm not going to put them all up. I'm sure you can find a tutorial, but you can pick 5 of these up, possibly 6. You can then take them into the laboratories, put them into a projector, and it will play a short movie, which is the same for every single film reel, but the audio and quotes are completely different. Well, these said reels are not able to be found in a normal game mode. Like I said, normal game mode, all main Easter egg quest steps are taken out. You can still build the shield, you can still build your wonder weapons, you can do everything else in the game, you just cannot do main Easter egg steps. And the film reels in Classified are one of the only items throughout all the maps in Zombies that we cannot pick up in casual mode, which believes us this is a part, if not the first step, towards the main Easter egg quest in Classified. Now there is a huge possibility that they just didn't want you to listen to these in casual mode and you could only listen to these in normal mode of Zombies, and there's also a possibility that it was an accident on Treyarch's part and it wasn't meant to be locked out whatsoever, or they were trying to force you into a normal game just to listen to these actual quotes. Now there may be a few other things that I'm about to list. I'm going to list everything in Classified that's been found so far. There may be a few other things that are not possible in casual, but I didn't have time to test all 10 different things. Basically, there's a lot of stuff that's been found in Classified so far, but if there is a main Easter egg in Classified, these are going to be a good indication whether or not they're going to be part of the main Easter egg quest itself. Okay, now let's go through the list of things that have been found so far. So we have Project Scatty, which I've just explained to you. You get a free Winter's Howl. We've already gone over that. We have the film reels, which are 5 or 6 locations on the map. They play different audio quotes if you take them into the projector into the laboratories. The next thing we have are wisps. Now you can only see these as a particular character. So if you're Richtofen or Nikolai or Dempsey, you'll get one wisp in your game and it will spawn in one location, and only you as that player can find the location. So if you're Nikolai, the wisp will be in one location, but if you're Richtofen in the same game, the wisp will be in an entirely different location and only you as that player will be able to see it. You shoot it and it activates a Samantha quest. We also have the portrait Easter egg as well. If you take yourself upstairs into the offices, there are 5 portraits of presidents that are slightly slanted. You have to buy yourself the Bowie knife. You slice each painting until they're straight again. After you've done so, you have to take yourself into the panic room by turning on all the DEFCON switches, making it go to DEFCON 5. You take yourself into the panic room, you're going to find 2 portraits on the wall. If you walk up to the blank portrait of Nikolai and press square, it will actually make the opposing portrait disappear of Richtofen and make the Nikolai one appear. You do get a small sound effect after of a low sounding bass tune and what sounds like to be a bullet casing hitting the floor. The next one we got, there are roughly 3 red telephones across the map. We have one in spawn, we have one in the panic room, and there's one in the laboratories. You have to put kilowatt on your double pack-a-punch weapon. You then shoot the red telephones in a particular order and it will give you a quote. If you shoot these said telephones in a different particular order, it will give you another quote. so on and so on until you've done all possible orders and variations of telephones to receive all audible quotes. The next one is very suspicious, and there is a lot of people as well saying that this could be to do with the main Easter egg, although I actually believe this is able to be done in casual mode as well. There are punch cards around the map in 7 locations. A few small locations on screen now, and you can see what the punch cards look like. After you've picked up all said punch cards, you can then go into the laboratory and you can find a part in one of the metal cabinets. You pick up said part, you take it into the server room and you can put it into one of the servers. You then need to put kilowatt on one of your pack-a-punched weapons. After you've inserted the part into the cabinet in the server room, you then shoot said cabinet, little green lights will fill up at the bottom. When you finish, the cabinet will close. You can then take yourself over to one of the computers and listen to all 7 quotes. It's 6 or 7 quotes, I forget, I think it's 7. They take very long. It's about 15 minutes worth of quotes. Take you about 2 rounds saving a zombie to listen to every single one, and you have to listen to every single one to be able to do the next step. After you've listened to the last punch card, you can then take yourself into Area 51 or Groom Lake. You can then throw a grenade at Hangar 4. Once you do that, you'll get a very small audio quote. You can repeat this, I think, about 7 times until he starts whistling Samantha's lullaby, and that is the completion of that step. You can reactivate them by leaving Pack-a-Punch and going back to Pack-a-Punch. You don't have to go around, so you can leave Pack-a-Punch, come back in, throw a grenade, you'll get the next part of the audio clip. Leave, come back, so on and so on until he finally finishes his full quote with him whistling, and that is pretty much all we find from there. A lot of people are saying this could be the first step of the actual Easter egg, but apart from that, we have found nothing else regarding the actual punch card Easter egg. The next one we have so far, many of you may use this already, but it's the Nova Crawler Easter egg you can do when you spawn in. If you take yourself to the back of the offices, you can hold a square on the far right door and you'll get some audio cues. You do this 4 times in total. Samantha will scream and say, "I told you to leave him alone," and it will start spawning countless amounts of Nova Crawlers, enough to get you about 5,000 points. Now what's very strange about this one is you don't really need a lot of points to do classified. It's not that sort of map. You don't need many points to open up the doors. Even to do the Project Scatty Easter egg, you don't really need the points. So putting this Easter egg in the beginning, which can give you upwards of 5,000 points, leads towards this could be something to do before an Easter egg to help you do said Easter egg, because you are going to need many points. Or again, it could be step 1 of an Easter egg. Cannot confirm if you are able to do this in a casual, as have not tested it, so if you can confirm that in the comments, that would be awesome. But that's just something else that has been found, and something that could be the first step of an Easter egg, if there is an Easter egg, a main Easter egg in Classified. The last one, which I don't really have any footage on, but you may notice whilst doing a Scatty project, to get to Winter's Howl, you have to go 3 rounds in Groom Lake at Pack-a-Punch, and one of the debris, some of the debris will lift up, you'll get a Pack-a-Punch power drop, and you'll also get a max ammo as well. Well, if you leave Pack-a-Punch, come back to Pack-a-Punch and go another 3 rounds, it will lift up more debris. If you repeat this 5, 6, 7 times, you can actually clear the whole of Groom Lake until everything is gone, apart from one small pile of debris. It's huge. It completely clears out the whole lake, so it's pretty much just like No Man's Land from the moon. Again, we don't know if it's part of an Easter egg. It's a very round enduring Easter egg to do, because it will be roughly around round 25, round 30 by the time you actually are able to clear all the debris. But we can't throw this out the window, because as we know, just like Blood of the Dead, you cannot even start that main Easter egg quest really until you reach round 17. And the last final 2 bits of information we have so far is Hangar 4. Now if I can't get the actual footage for this, I'm going to input somebody else's footage here, so I will credit them on screen if I do. But if you take yourself into Groom Lake, you can actually go outside the map if you're in theater mode, and there are many hangars across the map. Each and every single hangar are completely empty, apart from one hangar, which is Hangar 4. Hangar 4 is mentioned a lot within Classified, but if you take yourself into Hangar 4, you can see somewhat of a dome inside, a fully rendered floor on the bottom, which is unlike any of the other hangars on the map, and there is also a single light hanging down from the ceiling, which I may also note is not switched on. Now this could be an area for an ending cutscene, and some are saying a boss fight. I highly doubt there is a boss fight, but it could be the settings for an ending cutscene, or again something that was already cut from the game. As you can see, it's very empty in there, but I don't know if you know, but there are rooms in Black Ops 4 Zombies which will not render anything in unless you've legitimately unlocked it, and that, for example, is the Warden's room in Blood of the Dead. If you're able to clip inside that room before you actually have the Warden break down the wall, there is nothing in that room. It is entirely empty. The second he breaks down the wall, everything spawns in, and then you can see all the stuff that is inside, and that could be exactly the same for this said room to stop people, you know, who clip out in theater mode to see exactly what is inside there. There's also a secret room in the laboratories as well, a fully rendered out room with a few shelves inside, pretty much nothing else. And it seems very odd that there is a secret room, a completely individual room that is rendered out and something that we just cannot access as of yet. So in short, and to summarize what we have gone through for the full video, because I would expect it's been a pretty long video, we have Project Scatty, which can be done in casual and seems like is not a part of the main Easter egg quest. We have the main quest counters, which show you how many times you've completed the Easter eggs in the main menu, being on 0 even after you've done said Project Scatty. And we have the short quote or short clip from Jason Blundell alluding to there is probably more information in Classified that we don't know about, which can lead to an Easter egg, or it could just be the fact that it's such a quote driven map that there is no Easter egg. We have the red telephones around the map which you can shoot with kilowatt. We have the wisps which are individualized to each certain character and only you can see them. We also have the punch cards which also activates more audio quotes in a Pack-a-Punch by throwing a grenade at Hangar 4 as well. We have the small Nova Crawler Easter egg which gives you around 5,000 points, and again more handfuls of audio quotes. We have the debris in Gloom Lake which you can completely clear up every 3 rounds. We have the picture frame mini Easter egg as well. Hitting them with the Bowie knife will allow you to actually change the positions of the 2 pictures of Richtofen and Nikolai in the actual panic room. We also have the small dome light and rendered 4 in Hangar 4 if you are no clipping outside of the map. We have the empty room, the fully rendered out empty room, which is also accessible through theater mode, which is in the laboratory. We also have the film reels that are able to be played in the laboratory, which, note again, are not able to be done in the casual mode. And last but not least, we have the musical Easter egg, which I didn't speak about at all in the video because it's just a musical Easter egg. A few vodka bottles around the map and plays a musical Easter egg song. Didn't want to talk about that much. It's pretty evident that that is just a musical Easter egg. So there you are. That is a full compiled list of everything that I've researched and everything that the community has found so far regarding Classified, whether it is small side Easter eggs, whether it is just for quotes, or whether it is something leading up to a main Easter egg quest. If I have missed anything from this list, please be sure to let me know in the comments down below. If you've got anything to add to the discussion, let me know in the comment box down below. And also, it might be a good idea to use the comment section to discuss with other zombie Easter egg hunters of ideas and other things that you would like to actually try. I know there are other means of social networks out there to do that as well, but considering this is solely based for the Classified main Easter egg quest, it might be worth using the comment section for a small little forum just to discuss exactly great ideas, things you've tried, things you haven't tried, things you might think that might be worth trying. I think as a community, if we pull together and throw all our ideas into one place, we're gonna have a better chance at solving the Classified main Easter egg, if there is one at all. But anyway, homies, thank you so much for tuning in for today's video. I hope it was of some help. If you're one of them out there hunting the Classified, wish you the best of luck. And yeah, fingers crossed we actually find one. But until the next video, this is your boy Dame, and I'm out.